Hey y'all, it's me, James, and today I'm gonna do part of the pass around. And so today, the pass around soap is going to be Douglas Cutlery Private Reserve. And to me, it kind of has a spicy, powdery type smell. I have it blooming right here, and it is a melt and pour. I'll show it more after I get it going. Um, so yeah, nice wide container, um, 5 ounces. And for the razor, I'll be using the 3D14 Edwin Jagger, and this is the one that has the diamond knurling, which is really nice. I like this one. For the blade, it's going to be the Derby. Whoa, crap! The thing fell out, so I'll have to let that dry. Guess I'll just show this. The Derby Extra. And I'm not sure what the difference between this. I see the red label now. I don't know if they're the same, but this is the Derby Extra Super Stainless. And I don't know, maybe the red label has 10 blades in it or something. I don't know. But this is what I'm used to seeing whenever you purchase an Edwin Jagger razor. They typically, from what I've seen, send this pack out with the razor. Um, so now I'm going to carefully put this blade carrier over here. And the blade comes wrapped. This is going to be my first use of it. Inside the wax paper. And open this up carefully. And as you can see, they are numbered. So I'll be starting with side 1. And typically I rotate, so even though 3 and 4 is on one side and 1 and 2 is on one side, I'll go from the one that's labeled 1 and then I'll turn it over and go to the next one. But I'll be using this Derby Extra as part of the Derby Blade Challenge started by TSE. Set that carefully off to the side. I'll also be using my Shave Nook LE M6 in Manchurian. And it's soaking right now in my Lady C Creations bug. So for those of you that don't know about Lady C Creations, that's the good part of Eric Honecker, Dapper Dragon. Just teasing Eric, you're good too, bro. Gonna finish everything off later with fine Italian citrus. To me, it seems like it goes well with it, and I haven't used it in a while. And for my beard and mustache, I'll be using the Mod Cabin's Ridge Runner grooming oil, which I find you can actually use it even as a pre-shave oil if you wanted to. I'm not going to be using it that way. I'll be using it in the whiskers after the shave. All right. Also, a very special thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Was totally unnecessary, but I really appreciate it. Sending me this soap as kind of like a thank you for me sending you the single edge razor, the Damskin. And so, thank you very much. This is called Speakeasy, and it looks like it's from PAA, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. And to me, just from here, it's a very cologne-y smell, which typically those I don't really go for too much. It is a stronger scent. It's not mild. So if you're into stronger scents, this is a stronger scent soap. And to me, it's even though it was described from what I went and read up on it because I was like, huh, what is that? Never heard of it, but it says old timey shaving soap, Speakeasy, and it's supposed to remind you of the period of being like in the Great Gatsby or whatnot. To me, it reminds me of the 80s and 90s. Why? Because to me, it has a scent that's very similar to one of my favorite EDTs, which is Fahrenheit, made by Christian Dior. If you saw my Seven Deadly Sins video, the aftershave portion, I had the spray in there, and yeah, I love that spray. It's the one that comes in the really cool uh, red clear bottle, like almost like smoky in certain areas. And to me, it's kind of interesting because this has a red with dark areas in it, and the scent smells very similar to that, even though maybe this wasn't meant to smell like a scent specifically, you know, not modeled after something specific, but it reminds me of Fahrenheit a lot. So for those of you guys that come from that era of growing up in the 80s and 90s, from teen to young adult, you'll probably be familiar with it. And I'm wearing my John Elway Hall of Fame cap to celebrate Terrell Davis making it into the 15 for the finalists for the NFL Hall of Fame, and hopefully dude gets selected to the Hall of Fame. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that we don't go back to back Super Bowl wins without Terrell Davis. As great as that offensive line was, that line was there through all those years, and we had a good running game, but it was spectacular with Terrell Davis. So I'm really hoping he makes it in there. I'll just be excited. I mean, there's only three players that were Broncos and can be remembered as Broncos, that were from those special teams, and that's Gary Zimmerman, John Elway, and of course Shannon Sharp. And so if Terrell Davis makes it, that'll just add another cog from that wheel in there, deservingly so. Yeah, so excited that TD made it this far, but now it's time to get him in all the way. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause right here and wash my face off. I showered earlier. I'm gonna have a bit of hat head today because just got back from a basketball game and had a cap on the whole time, so I got hat head. It looks all flat. I didn't get a haircut. It's just my hair pushed down against my scalp. My son played basketball. They lost, but man, did they play great today. So just very excited for him in this spring basketball season, winter/spring. All right, so enough rambling, and I'll be right back. And thanks again, Michelle. I appreciate it. All right. All right, I'm back. So I rinsed off, loaded the blade, did all that other stuff. And what I'll be doing right now is squeezing out my brush, pouring the water out, taking the bloom water, putting it in the bug. Okay. Put just a little bit back on, and that'll be used to start out loading. So there's the soap. Just a small coating of water over the surface. Here we go. I've used Mountain Pores before. And the one brand in particular is Dr. Sweet Tooth's Mountain Pore soaps. And the French vanilla and the avocado and sea salt are the two scents that I really like for their Mountain Pore shave soaps. This is what I'm getting so far. Kind of a powdery scent. Maybe a little bit of citrus type notes, spicy. To me it smells like a medium scent strength. Not light, not real heavy so far. Alright. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'll go with that. And that's right, you know where that's going? Right to the face. There we go. You work for it, why waste it? Definitely has like a talc powdery type smell to it, to me. Alright. Rinse this out real quick. Very translucent. Set that off to the side. I won't be needing it. Don't anticipate it. And here we go. Water from the bloom, water of the bloom. I have several days growth. I can't remember exactly how much. Alright. Not the heaviest of lather, but not the worst. See how that works. And here we go. Typically I don't have any issues with any DE blade, whether or not it's a smoother cutter. That's about it, especially now that I have a few years under my belt. For me, I've never felt the derbies were a bad blade. I just can get smoother from sharper blades. All right. don't particularly feel that this is retains a slickness through the shave. It's almost like my skin just soaks into everything, and so getting a bit more tuggy than if I were to choose my own soap. So that's the only thing I'm really noticing right now is a bit of tugging. Won't necessarily blame that only on the blade, even though I find this to be a milder blade, edge-wise. Alright, I'm going to rinse and I'll be back. Thanks. Alright, I'm back. So for lunch after the game, we went by a local joint called Chow Baby, and it's Italian American cuisine, and they have an awesome buffalo chicken pizza. It's got gorgonzola cheese, ricotta, and of course it's got buffalo sauce on it, but not like pouring with it, just enough to give it taste. Chicken was cooked through, which is always important, and to me it seems like I got a, sorry, going back to the soap, seems like I got a, maybe perhaps a little bit slicker on this go around for this pass. Okay, I'll go with that. But just something about that gorgonzola on it, crumbled gorgonzola. Oh, it was just delicious. Loved it. All right. Nothing major, but I got a little mild tingling sensation. And because this razor and blade are milder, it's probably a little something to the soap that's reacting to me. Don't know what it would be. Not like enough to make me stop. But one to where I wouldn't buy this for myself, knowing this ahead of time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do pass number 3 and I'll come back with some final thoughts. Thanks. Alright, I'm back. Salute. Alright. I think the guy called it single batch Evan Williams or something like that. Thought I'd give it a shot to see what it's like mellowed over ice. Not too bad. Not really my thing, but it's okay. Alright. Here's the brush. The lather. And maybe breaking down just a tad faster than some of the Tello soaps and uh, non melt and pour vegan soaps. So it's about what I'm noticing right now. Not terrible, but just breaking down just a bit faster. Alright, see what we got coming out. Pretty much empty the brush. Has a pleasant smell to it. Again, wouldn't be my first choice, but it's not bad. And there's the bubbles. Nothing major. Seems to be pretty whippy, cloudy. Not as firm as a lot of the other soaps that I would use, but not terrible. Yeah, has, again, just being spoiled off the really good soaps. It's not bad body. Head thicker. Slickness is going from a scale of low to high. I mean, slickness is okay. Average, I would say. Nothing spectacular. I would just prefer to use something else if I were definitely going to go to a straight shave. But again, it's adequate. And this is going off of what it comes to on the face after it kind of has been there a minute. It just starts absorbing into the skin, and once it starts doing that, it loses the slickness. However, when it's fresh like this, it's fine. So for guys that are still in the beginning and probably in the intermediary stages of straight shaving, it'll start losing that slickness, and for me, I want that. So average soap, not bad smelling. Again, talky, powdery, a little bit spicy, maybe even something in it that's kind of citrusy to my nose anyway. Yeah. Alright. Now for my skin, try my hand a minute. Alright. For my skin, I don't particularly feel that it's like dried out or anything. I didn't get that like off your really good slick soaps. You know how even afterwards it's just a little bit harder to rinse off. This one rinsed off pretty clean. So no issues there. Again, some type of mild irritation to me. A little bit of tingling. Not a full set on burn or anything like that, but that would be one to keep me from getting this particular soap anyway. Not sure if it's the scent or the formulation that's causing it, but I'm always one for being on the safe side when it comes to that. As far as the Derby blade, well, it wasn't a bad shave. If it was a slicker soap, I probably wouldn't have had as much tugging. Again, it's not that the Derby is a bad blade and gives terrible shaves. It gives me mediocre shaves because it's just not as sharp to go through my coarse hair. It's not thick, but it is coarse, wiry. So, not having a slicker soap added to the tugginess that I could get. But all in all, it's a good shave and leaves the shave for tomorrow. So that's a good thing. Other than that, not much else. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Have a great day, a blessed weekend, and go Broncos. Let's get them Colts. All right, guys. Bye.